Hey everyone. Haven't streamed in a while, and I wanted to get ready for the Saturday event where I play multiplayer against community members. So I figured I'd just do a test stream now, where I do today's daily challenge, and also record it and put it on YouTube. All right, the challenge for today is control 45 hexes, eliminate one enemy player. So it's a nice medium challenge. It's not one of the ones you can do in just a few turns, I don't think. But also not one of the ones that's going to take a really long time. And also, since it's been a while since I've done any videos, I'll also just kind of talk through the basics of what Hexarchy is about as I play, since in case you're not already familiar with it. Alright, so we're England. And that's probably not going to be that helpful for this challenge. Since England gets benefits from the coast. They do get better border spread in the water, which that could help because you need 45 hexes to complete this challenge. But their unit is the longbowman, which is good for controlling territory with range attacks, but is not great for capturing territory. So I probably won't be building them, because if you want to get 45 hexes and you have to eliminate a player, the fastest way to do that is going to be to capture at least one enemy city. Okay, so first decision is where you put your capital. And again, this is if you're not familiar with Hexarchy, it's a 4X deck building game. So if you're looking at the map, looks familiar to Civ players, but if you're looking down here, it's got card playing mechanics, like a deck building game. So you start with some basic cards, including the one that founds your capital city. Here's the one that's a England special ability card, and then the blue cards are technology cards, like fishing right here, and you play them to research them and progress down the tech tree. This is the tech tree, and you can see fishing is down here, and you unlock different things by researching technology cards. And there's also civic cards, which behave a little bit different from technologies, but they also unlock different cards. Alright, so first, found capital city, and you turn on the resource overlay. And since I am going to be doing some conquest here, I might go for the iron right away, though it might take too long to get. If I really want, like the people who get the high scores in this, you got to be super aggressive. But honestly, I'm not too concerned with dominating the leaderboards. I kind of just want to showcase the game, so I'll go here and try to get this iron pretty quick, because iron is good for building military units. Yeah, it recommends here and here. I'm gonna not do that, especially since I'm England and I get benefits from being on the coast. See, I get 3 gold from all these water tiles. Normally you'd only get 2, but England gets 3. Alright, so I got London founded. Then we use England's special ability to get some extra resources, and I'll explain how resources work in a minute. You can also destroy cards in this game, like a lot of deck builders. The firewood card is a card that exists just to be destroyed. Destroying cards actually gives you extra resources in this game. So the firewood card is just a way that if you don't want to burn any of your starting cards, but you want to burn a card early in the game, you can burn that. And I'm going to go ahead and, this is not probably the most optimal way to complete these objectives as fast as possible, but I'm going to go and research fishing to get a fishing hut and put a fishing hut down here, which improves the yield in that tile. If there was a special water resource there, it would also give me that resource, but there was not. Alright, so let's end my turn. So I'll talk about the resources next time. Okay, so your cards are here. all your stuff is down here. This is your resources. Hammers are the most important one. That's what you spend to play most cards. There's also gold, and then there's special resources like horse and marble is what I have right now. Those are, they can have multiple uses, but the horse and marble, the use that they have is they can be alternative costs on some of the cards. So instead of playing, so if you have a horseman card, for example, instead of spending just a hammer, you might spend a horse on it. Actually, that's a bad example. The horseman doesn't like that. The horseman requires a horse to actually build. But other ones like swordsman, if you have iron, instead of spending hammers, you can spend iron to play it. Alright, so I'm gonna actually destroy my warrior card because beyond the first few turns, he's not terribly useful. And I'm gonna actually build a, I should build a settler. Since a settler costs 4 hammers, and it also requires, it consumes a population, but London has 2 populations, so I can build it. And I'm going to research mining to get the mine. I'm going to put a mine on this iron hex so that I can collect iron every turn. Can't do that right now because it costs 3 hammers and I only have 2. But I do have gold, and I can also destroy a card to get another hammer. You can spend, gold does a number of things. One of them is it allows you to draw more cards. So if I spend 2 gold, I can draw another card. Basically, I'm looking for a card to destroy here because I want 1 more hammer so that I can play that mine. And I don't want to destroy a technology card though because, well, in a daily challenge you might want to, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to go and destroy the scout. I won't build a scout this turn. So destroy the scout. Now I got 3 hammers and I can build a mine on the iron hex. And because I'm out of hammers and I can't play any more cards, it's telling me to go ahead and end my turn. Okay, so you can see this grease up here. It's the first enemy civ that I've seen. Probably means it's the closest civ to me, which means I should go after him. And I'm going to try and put my city close to him so that I can build military units there and attack. So the question is, do I want to go here or do I want to go here? If I go here, I'll lose the cows by putting the city on it, but it's got 4 food on it, and I'll get a 2 population city immediately by doing that. I should probably do that. So I'm going to move my settler there, and next turn I will build my city here. The one risky thing about that is this could backfire, because he could actually use his culture to take this hex next turn. I don't think he will because it's not manual, it's automatic, the culture spread through border growth. I think it'll go up here first because it's closer. So I think I'm actually safe there. Alright, so what else do I want to do? So I'm going to spend gold to draw one. So I'm not going to build another fishing net. I don't think I need to. I'm going to destroy that. I need hexes, I need to kill an enemy player. So I don't see a settler for Greece. So if I can get him before he gets a settler out and keep him from expanding, then I can eliminate him much more easily. Warehouse lets you store more resources. Hold on, build it. I probably should destroy it. But... Alright, and this is so the yellow cards are civic cards, and they behave kind of like tech cards in that they add additional cards to your deck when you research them or adopt them. However, there's 3 different types of civics: economic, religion, and government, and you can only have 1 of each type active at a time. So this is hunter-gatherers is an economic civic. And you see it gives me these 2 cards. When it says choose a card, that gives you 1 in your hand immediately, and the other one goes to your discard pile. But if I adopted a different economic civic, I would lose these cards. Because you can only have 1 economic civic active at a time. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Forge right now, and then Woodsman. It's not like you don't get it; you just don't. It doesn't go to your hand this turn. It goes to your discard pile, and then anytime your deck runs out of cards, your discard pile is shuffled back into your deck, and you start drawing from it again. All right, so I pick Forge, which allows you to gather resources outside your territory. So I'm gonna gather this pig because I want some food. Pig's a food resource. I'm gonna sell my. So your inventory has a capacity. Right now mine is 5, and it's based on how many cities you have, and also some buildings like the warehouse I just built. But I have 7 resources in my inventory right now, so I'll have to sell some stuff or distribute it to my cities. I'm gonna go ahead and sell marble because I don't think I'm gonna use that for anything right now. That gives me gold. I don't want to sell science because I want to research metalworking as soon as possible. Definitely do not want to destroy my settler. More cities. Since I already have a warehouse, I'm going to destroy the warehouse. Anyway, I'll go ahead and sell 1 iron. So yeah, they're only selling 1 gold right now. There's a market price for the resources that's shown up here, and it's based on the price goes up as other players buy resources, and it goes down if there's resources on the market that other players are not buying. So it's kind of based on supply and demand, even though you get the money immediately for selling a resource, even if nobody buys it. But it is based on the market price. All right, I got 3 hammers left, but I should draw more cards. So, let me get a texture here. I really want masonry, because that will get me the metalworking. And if I get the metalworking, I can get swordsman. There it goes. I can get swordsman, which is the best mid-game offensive unit for a number of reasons. It's got a lot of strength. It has 15 strength, and like I mentioned earlier, you can build it with iron instead of hammers. So I have 2 gold left, and there's all another card. That's woodworking. I don't want that. I don't think I want that right now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. I only have 5 more cards in my deck, so I'll get masonry next turn, and I'll try and just make a beeline for metalworking. I'll go ahead and build my city here with my settler. You know, it did not add. You know what? Yeah, actually, your settler building a city on a hex, it doesn't immediately add the yield for that hex to their food supply, whereas the found capital does. I don't remember if I meant to do that or not, or if that's an oversight. Alright, so I'm researching masonry, and then I'm going to select metalworking to add to my hand now. So if you want to make a beeline down the tech tree, you can choose another tech as the card to immediately add to your hand, and you can just research it immediately and go to the next tier. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to research metalworking now and get the swordsman. Problem is I want to build the swordsman here, and military units like settlers consume a population when you build them, and since York only has 1 population, I can't build them there. So one thing I could do is you can manually add food to your cities. Well, so there's 2 types of food. There's the yield that your citizens, like your workers, collect from hexes every turn. There's also special resources like pigs and cows and crabs that are they're also food, but they're resources that get added to your inventory. Like you can see the pigs I have down here, and those you get to distribute those however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and add these 2 pigs to York because I want York to grow so I can build my swordsman there. But still not enough. Still needs 1 more food to grow, and I want to build the swordsman this turn. And there's no food for sale. So I think my best bet is I want that forge card, because that forge card lets you get some additional resources immediately. Oh, so I could build I actually don't think this woodworking doesn't give you granary anymore. Granary immediately adds a population, but Yeah, woodworking used to give you that, now it actually doesn't. I have to get to construction to get granary. So that's okay. So I'm gonna just keep going cards. Hopefully I'll get forge. Alright, I'm not gonna build a jeweler. I'm gonna destroy a lot of cards now. There it is, forge. Okay, so gather this pig. So gather the yield from it, which is 3 food, which made your grow, and it gave me the 2 pigs in my inventory. So now I can build the swordsman with my iron. And so normally when you build units in your cities, they can't move the turn you build them. That's why you see the sleeping effect on them. You can mobilize a unit if you want to move it that turn, which is another ability that you can use. And I know that is right here under, this is animal husbandry. So to research animal husbandry, get mobilized, which you can see there's 2 costs there. It can cost 3 hammers or 1 horse. I have a horse. I must have gotten that from my import ability. And so I can actually mobilize the swordsman right now. And now he can move this turn. So I'm going to push all the way up here because I want to be able to see what's going on over here to see if he expanded, since I have to eliminate him. Oh, he might have expanded. We'll see. Okay. There's also ways you can attack the turn you move. There's another ability called charge that you can use. It's under military tactics, and I don't think there's any way that I can get that this turn though. So it's under writing and then military. I'll go ahead and add it to that deck. Yeah, so I need 2 science or 4 hammers to research this. I don't think there's any way I can do that right now. But so another thing you can do with your cards is, so any cards you don't play during your turn, they go to your discard pile, and then, like I said before, when your deck runs out of cards, your discard pile is shuffled back into your deck. If you don't want to give up a card because you want to play it next turn, you can actually just drop it in your inventory and you'll draw it next turn. But it uses the same space that the resources take. So you can see I have 3 out of 6 here. I'm going to say military tactics for next turn. And now it's 4 out of 6. So it uses the slot. So you do want to use it. And it's also 1 less card you'll draw from your deck next turn. So you don't always want to do that, just because you might want to. If you want to play it in a few turns, you're probably better off just waiting and discarding it and then waiting it for it to come back through your draw pile again. Alright, so I'm going to take those 2 pigs I got and go ahead and make your grow again, because I might need to do military units there. And now I'll end my turn. Got a scout just sitting here, but that's not going to cut it. Okay, so I got my swordsman in Athens. Next turn he can capture it, and that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I miscount, at least 12 hexes. Still not enough though. Hopefully it eliminates Greece, and that'll be my eliminated enemy player. But I'll still need more hexes, which means I need to build more settlers. I think I should probably go this way. Looks like there's more empty space. So I'm going to build a settler in London. And that used 4 hammers. That used up all my hammers. But, sorry, yeah. I haven't destroyed a card this turn. Destroy Axeman. So the first card you destroy each turn gives you 2 hammers and a science. I don't think I talked about science yet. Science, it behaves like the other resources in that it's an alternate cost on some cards. But for science, it's an alternate cost on the technology card. So you can see astronomy, you can play with 2 hammers or 1 science. But this, if you destroy more cards in your turn, after the first one, they just give you 1 hammer. So basically, there's a benefit to destroying at least 1 card every turn. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to build spearmen. If I need more military units, I'll build swordsmen. It pains me to kill the civ units, but I don't think I'm going to need longbowmen either. I can get military tactics. So can I get to... So if I want to build... So pyramids is good for this. In hindsight, I should have built this earlier. It increases your border growth on all your cities, and I need a lot of hexes, so that would have really come in handy. but it costs 6 hammers and 5 gold. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Actually, I probably can. So I can sell my iron, 1 iron for 2 gold. I guess I need 4. And I just need 2 hammers, so I don't want to destroy military tactics, but I should probably just go ahead and do it. Destroy military tactics, destroy strong, so I have 6 hammers now. So I want to sell, I'll sell an iron, 1 more iron. There we go, now I got 6 hammers and 6 gold. You can build pyramids. And you build pyramids on hexes outside your cities. It used to be inside your cities, now you build them outside. So it basically, you can't put anything else on that hex, so you got to be careful about where you put it. Like, I wouldn't want to, if this is going to be a longer game, I probably wouldn't want to put it here, because I might want to build a mine on the salt hex here, so that's a luxury resource. I haven't talked about happiness yet. I mean, I get to that this video. Yeah, luxury resources help you with happiness. But, you know what? I destroyed my mine. Yeah, so you see a little flame next to it, that means I destroyed it. So I'm not going to be putting a mine there anyways, so I might as well put pyramids there. Okay, cool. That was a good turn. Now I can capture Athens with the swordsman, so the capture button. Alright, I'm up to 29 hexes. See, I don't know if it eliminated Greece yet, it'll tell me that after I end the turn. So it's short on gold and food, because it wipes out all the happiness in a city when you capture it. Probably not that big a deal in this case, because it's not like you're going for a long game here. I just need... so I just need 16 more hexes. It's still going to be more than 1 settler, I think. So I'm going to move this settler here. So that'll give me 7 when he builds his city, assuming that nobody else has expanded over here. Let's hope so. I'll find out in a second. Okay, good. And I just definitely want to get another settler out this turn. Maybe mobilize him so he can go ahead and move, and then maybe I can go ahead and win next turn. Which means I'm not going to need iron, I'm not going to need science, so let's go ahead and... So the gold right now, the gold I'm getting from selling those resources is going straight to Athens, because gold is also used for maintenance or upkeep on your cities, which is based on the distance from the capital. You can see that red line showing you that. The red line's there because I don't have enough gold to actually maintain Athens right now, and you'll have unrest in the city if you don't. So if there's a city that needs gold, or it's the same thing with units also, they have maintenance, or we call it supply, and it'll automatically just go there without going to your inventory when I sold those resources. So I still don't have extra gold to actually draw cards, but you can also convert hammers into gold. So I can actually just spend hammers to draw cards as well. It's not the most efficient thing. I'm going to play import because that will give me a gold. It costs a hammer, but it gives me a gold and also gives me resources that I can immediately sell. I'll only give you 1. So I'll still go ahead and sell it. Okay, you see that Athens doesn't need gold anymore, so that's good. And I have 1. Roads are really good, but I don't think I'm going to need them in this game. So let's go ahead and destroy cards, but I don't think I'm going to need them to want to win in the next couple turns. And this is not a normal game. This is the daily challenge where it just gives you some random objectives like this. Normally your objective is to get points, victory points, and there's a number, you can get it with the number of hexes you have. You can get victory points for the wonders you build, for controlling holy sites, for your population. But that this is different because it's telling me to do these 2 specific things, not just get points. So that's why I can destroy some cards that I normally wouldn't destroy. I want the settler card. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to keep destroying cards until I get settler. And I'll try and win in the next turn. I might go ahead and use this actually, because that'll give me 3 gold for 1 hammer, which will probably be a good trade. You don't only give me 2 because, yeah, I don't think Forge uses the England bonus. Alright, there it is. Settler. Okay. So, put him on London, and then mobilize him so I can move him his turn. That was a holy star right there, too. That gives me even more hexes. So, I'm going to move him here. And then next turn, I can build 2 cities. It should be enough. Because when you claim a holy site hex, it gives you the other hexes around it. So this one, when I build this city, I'm going to get extra hexes. Let's go ahead. Yeah, they had famine in Athens. So we have a new, yeah, alright, good. So we eliminated Greece. That was one of our objectives. The bot difficulty is random in the daily challenges, and it actually doesn't tell you what they're set at. These guys were not set very high. Alright, so build this one. That got me to 38, and this is, I think, going to work out perfect. Build this one, 45. Okay, so now I've got 45 hexes, and I eliminated a player. When I end my turn, it'll complete the challenge. However, the way the leaderboards work is your main objective is to do it as fast as possible in as few turns as possible. But if you tie, if you have multiple players who complete it in 8 turns like I am, then the tiebreaker goes to how many points you have. So there's still an incentive to get as many points as possible. I have 49 right now. So I'm going to try and see if I can squeeze out some more points here. So again, like I've said before, you can do that with population, with hexes, wonders. I should probably try and build a wonder. No, you know what? I can't build the hanging gardens because France built it up here. Okay, I can probably get the Temple of Diana. I have the 6 hammers, I just need 4 gold. Alright, this is easy. So I'll sell the iron, I don't want to go for it, but I can destroy cards and more resources. We need a settler anymore. Mobilize. Alright. Temple of Diana, all the wonders have different bonuses. The pyramids increase your border growth. Temple of Diana removes maintenance from the nearest city that you build it to. So I'll put it next to. You see the gold maintenance went away. The line did not. This must be a bug. Okay, so now I've got 54 points. Can I squeeze out any more points? Try and gather these sheep. So I made those cities a little happier. Maybe I'll get some growth. So if you have extra luxury resources, you can actually drop them on your cities to make them happier. If the city's already maxed out in happiness, there's a percentage chance to get a, we call it a "we love you" effect, which gives you extra points. So that's what I was trying to do there, but because these cities were not happy, the luxury resources automatically just went to them to try and make them happier. So destroy. Import's gonna be good. Nope. And I can't play it again. So I think that's it. I'll go and end my turn, and we'll see where I am on the leaderboard. The daily challenge rolls over at 0 GMT every day, so it's not much past that right now, so there's probably not many people on it yet. If anyone. Alright, we'll see, and we'll see. I'll check later tonight and see how everybody else does. I'm sure some people will do significantly better than that. Makes me look at the map now just to see what else is going on here. Oh, big chunk of mountains right there. But only 2 more civs, only France and China. Alright, so yeah, that was an overview of Hexarchy. This was the daily challenge for April 19th. Okay, thanks for watching.